So as we look at the open first information, we see that the first link goes to the outline for the summer, and that just talks about the class and some of the requirements of the class. This is a Connect entry. If maybe the first time you go in there, you can actually go into Connect from any of the assignments also. You will need an access code. That access code comes with the textbook if you buy it from the store. If you don't from the Lewis and Clark bookstore. If you don't buy the book from the Lewis and Clark bookstore, you may have to purchase that access code. All of our quizzes, all of our problem sets, the Learn Smart project, all the exams are all on Connect, so you have to have access to Connect. That's McGraw-Hill textbook website, Connect, in order to complete this course. If we look at the course information, we can see here that we have the point spread. Quizzes, there's 7 quizzes, and those are on Connect, 20 points each. Problem sets, there's 7 of those at 40 points each. Those are also on the Connect website. Learn Smart is something we've added new for the summer, and I think this is going to help you learn the material a little faster. Those are 10 points at each. There's one for each chapter, 14 chapters that we're going to be covering. There's one of the Learn Smarts for each one of the chapters. And I'll talk a little bit about Learn Smart, and we'll go through one of the Learn Smarts here in just a minute. The group project, you've been assigned groups, so there's a description of what the group project is along with the group project. And we'll talk about that as we get through the semester. There's certain points where I'd like to see you guys working on that. There's 2 exams. One is going to be, the first exam one is going to be a proctored exam, which has to be taken at one of the testing centers. There's testing centers at the Godfrey campus, at the Nelson campus over in Edwardsville, at the Tri-County campus over in Jerseyville, and at the Carlin campus in Carlinville. So there's testing centers at each one of those campuses. The first exam will have to be taken at one of those testing centers. The Godfrey campus is a walk-on. You can walk on and take the test at any time. The other testing centers you need to call and make an appointment first. The second exam will be a take-home exam. So at the end of the semester, we'll just finish that up by, I believe I have it due on the Wednesday at the end of the semester. You can do that at home, any place you want to. And then there's 5 discussion posts, 30 points each for the discussions. That's where you get on, you post, you answer the question that I have on there. And then you look at what your classmates wrote on their discussion post, and you respond to those. You have to respond to at least 2. So there's 3 posts total. One is to answer the question that I put on there, and I'd like you to have that done early in the week by Tuesday or Wednesday. And then by that following Sunday, you need to respond to 2 of your classmates' posts. So 3 posts total for that 30 points for each one of those discussion posts. As you can see, the feedback, quizzes and exams are immediate. They're going to grade themselves, so you'll be able to see what you get on those. Any written assignments, usually I'll try to have back to you within 1 week. I have to grade those manually, so it takes a little bit longer to do those, but I will grade those as quickly as possible. Weekly quizzes, as I said, approximately every other week. Since this is a shorter semester, there may be some every week, but the normal one is every other week. The quizzes have 20 questions, 20 points for each quiz, or 140 points for the entire semester for the quizzes. Problem sets, so there again are pretty much for 2 chapters, 7 of those, and they're every other week or so. And both the quizzes and the problem sets, you have multiple tries, so you can take it once and retake it again. You'll have up to 3 tries for each one of those. The Learn Smart assignment is what I want to talk about a little bit more, but let's talk about the group assignment first. There is one group assignment due 2 weeks before the end of the semester. Click on group project, and it's going to tell you what you need to do. I also have a sample group project that's posted on the menu. You can look at that and kind of see what I'm expecting. But communicate with your members through the discussion boards. Each one of your groups is going to have their own discussion board. They'll have a email where they can email each other. You also have the chat room, and you're also going to have a place to post your PowerPoints and Microsoft Words, a file exchange system that you can post any of your papers on there, so you can share those with your group. Discussion post, I talked about that a little bit. Post will be a minimum of 3 to 4 sentences with at least 75 words. Posts must be on different days, so when you write your post on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then you respond to another post on 2 different days. So you can write it on Wednesday, respond to a post on Thursday, respond to another post on Friday. As long as you have your 3 posts in by Sunday, you'll get the points. They meet the requirements. I already talked about the exams, and I'll send out reminders for the exams as we get through the semester. What I want to show you now is that the new thing we're doing this semester is that Learn Smart assignments. If you click on Learn Smart, it's going to take you to the different chapters here. You click on one of those, and it's going to go right into the McGraw-Hill website. You have to launch into that, and you can do this from the first time you get in there. Also, you're just going to have to enter your access code and get your system set up, get your website set up before you go into the actual Learn Smart assignment. So when you get into Learn Smart, you're going to, let's see, I'm going to go through preview. Yours is going to go into the normal Learn Smart. And this is what it's going to look like from your view here. My internet's a little slow here, so it might take you just a second. When it loads up to the Smart Book, and if you have a decent internet service, it shouldn't take very long. I'm at my house, which I don't have very good, very fast internet service here. Okay, so once you hit the Learn Smart, you're going to have 3 sections. You've got Read, which is actually the textbook. It's a copy of the e-text. But the good thing about the e-text, and let's go back to the beginning here. This is where you'll start out the beginning of the chapter. But the neat thing about the textbook here is as you go through it, there's going to be things that are highlighted. The highlighted things in the chapter are the more important things, so you can kind of skim through the highlighted sections, read the highlighted sections in each chapter. Once you get through those highlighted sections, let's go all the way to the end here. You're going to be able to go to the next section, which is the practice. The practice asks you some questions. You get to say whether you know it, you think so, you're unsure, have no idea. You can actually go to read about it. That'll take you back to the textbook or that section. But you look at the question, you answer the question. If you get it correct, you move on to the next question. If you get it wrong, you're going to come back to it later. The points that are for the Smart Book, get back to the Blackboard, and you can return to Blackboard from Connected anytime. The points that I have assigned for the Learn Smart assignments are for completing the assignment. It doesn't make any difference what score you get on it. If you come down here, you can see the point spread again. Doesn't make any difference what kind of score you get on it. You get those 10 points if you do complete it, going through that whole Learn Smart process. 140 points there, so that's 14% of your grade that you can get just from reading and answering the questions. Whether you get them right or wrong, you get the full 10 points. So make sure that you do those points, and that'll give you 140 points for the class. The quiz is 140 points also, and the problem sets are actually 280 points. Those I want you to get most of those points if possible also. I don't mind if you work with your groups, if you can talk with your groups in the chat room or by the discussion board. If you want to ask questions, you can ask me questions about the quizzes and problem sets. Make sure that you know what you're talking about before you answer all those questions. There's no reason why most of the students can't get the full points on the quizzes, the problem sets, and the Learn Smart. So that's where we're starting out at. Let me get back to the Open Me First. There's all you have the links here to all the assignments, and you also have the links on the menu side to your assignments here. If you go to the home page, you've got my contact information here. Remember, email is the best way to get a hold of me. There's I probably won't be in my office much this summer. There's my office phone number. By the way, if you do call the office and leave a message there, that does come to my cell phone too, so I will get that message. But there's my cell phone number. You can text or call me at that number also. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.